Hey y'all, what is up and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be patterning the Muller DECOY choke with some Kent TealSteel. I've had a lot of you guys recommend me doing this pretty much for the last year. You guys have been begging me to make videos on this, and I'm finally getting around to do it. So here we go. This is the TealSteel. This is a 12 gauge 3-inch 1 1/4 ounce number 5 shot at 1,350 feet per second. So this should be a really good load. I'm really excited to see how this does. A lot of you guys have been harping on it, saying that it's really good. So we're going to shoot out of the Muller DECOY today at 20, 30, and 40 yards. I really think it's going to do really good. Just let's go and get into it. I'm going to go ahead and get set up and everything, and we will go and shoot this at 20 yards to start. Here's the shells. That's pretty cool. They're blue. On the back it shows they're red, but apparently they're blue. That's a cool color. Okay, let's go ahead and shoot these at 20 yards, see what happens. Okay, let's go and shoot here at 20 and see what happens. I think it's going to do pretty good. Hopefully, let's see what happens. Stupid board fell over again. The 20-yard shots apparently carry a lot of energy because that happened in the last video. Okay, let's go see what that did. Okay, the board got knocked over, but man, that is a really dense pattern. Good centered pattern though, really good centered pattern. That duck is destroyed. That is insane. That's really dense right there in the middle. But yeah, it's a good centered pattern. Good looking pattern for sure. Let's go ahead and move back to 30 yards now and see what happens. Great pattern though, give a like for that. Definitely likes the Muller Choke, that's good. Shoot straight with it. Okay guys, backed up here to 30 yards. Sorry about the dog barking in the background. He's a little bit annoying, but anyways though, we're at 30 yards now. It shot center mass perfect at 20, which that's 20 yards is gonna do that pretty much. But I think it's to do good at 30 though. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and see what happens at 30 yards. Here we go, 30 yards with the Muller DECOY choke. Okay, let's go and see what that did. Okay guys, walking up here to the 30-yard one. Man, that is a beautiful pattern. Dang, that is a good pattern. Wow. Look at that. Beautiful pattern at 30 yards. Look at how dense it is right there on the duck too at 30 yards still. That's actually insane. Beautiful pattern, man. Look at that pattern right there. For 30 yards, that's pretty insane. Really, really evenly laid out. These are this is for sure one of the better shells I've ever shot. That is really good. Great looking pattern. Let's go ahead and man, let's back up to 40 and see what it does at 40. I think it's going to do great at 40. Y'all give a huge like for that pattern right there. Definitely go get yourself some of this TealSteel and one of these Muller chokes. It definitely patterns good with the DECOY. I should be patterning it with the passing too pretty soon, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, and then you'll be able to see this being shot with the passing choke. See how much tighter that is. But yeah, great looking pattern. Let's go back up to 40 and see what happens. Okay guys, we're back up to 40 yards now. I'm really excited to see what it does at 40 yards. I think it's going to do really good. It did great at 30. It should do great at 40 for sure. Definitely go pick up one of these Muller chokes. It'll be the first link in the description. You can use code KSL10. That'll get yourself 10% off and really help the channel out a lot. Definitely go pick up one of these for this November, this duck season. They shoot great, especially with this TealSteel. Definitely go pick up some of this stuff for sure. Let's go ahead and shoot at 40 yards and see what happens. I think it's gonna do really good at 40. Here you go, 40 yards with the DECOY choke. Okay, let's go and see what that did. Okay, walking up on it right now. Definitely still pretty dense. We got a pretty big gap. I'm not loving that right there. I don't love that. But everywhere else, I don't know. I want to say it maybe hit a little bit low and to the left. Maybe that's why that gap is there. But at the same time, there's about the same amount of pellets down here as there is up there. So I mean, it's pretty centered. So I don't love that gap. That's a pretty big gap right there. But still a smoked duck though. Still really dense though at 40 yards. It's kind of impressive how dense all these pellets are laid in there. But I mean, good pattern other than that big gap. I don't love that, but other than that, definitely did pretty good at 40. Let's go and count all these up and see what happened, or see all the stats. Okay guys, this is the 20-yard shot. My marker ended up running out. I was doing 40 yards and I did 30 yards, and I'm not even gonna do 20 yards because it doesn't hardly like even show up. You can't even hardly see it anymore. It like runs out immediately. So I'm just gonna go ahead and not mark up 20 yards because, sorry for the wind, because we got all of the pellets within the 30-inch circle anyways. There's not one that made it outside of the 30-inch circle. And from what I've looked up, there's around roughly 320 pellets in 1¼ ounce of number 5 steel. So just know that we got around 320. From what I've read, it kind of just depends. It can be anywhere from like 305 to 340. So on average, just 320. But just know that we got all the pellets within the 30-inch circle. Really, really dense pattern. As you can see, that duck is demolished. Yeah, it's really, really thick in there, but still definitely good centered pattern there for 20 yards. Let's go ahead and look at 30 yards now. Okay, here we go. This is 30 yards. As you can see, my marker is very faint, all these circles, but I think you guys can see that pretty good. Might have to zoom in on the body, but definitely a dead duck for sure. Really pretty pattern for 30 yards. I think it turned out really good at 30. There's a little bit of some gaps here and there, but not anything crazy. Definitely a good pattern for 30 yards. In the 20-inch circle, we ended up getting 170 pellets. So 170 in the 20-inch, and then we got a grand total of 249 in the 30-inch circle. So 249 pellets at 30 yards is plenty enough to kill a bird. So let's go ahead and look at 40 yards now. I'm not even gonna lie, I was actually a little bit disappointed with the 40-yard one, just with that big gap right there. I was not expecting that, but there's even pretty decent sized gap right here too. I was hoping to do a little bit better at 40, but still a good, pretty centered pattern though. Still turned out pretty good. The pellets that we did get are still really dense. Still definitely a dead duck for sure. In the 20-inch circle, we got, let's see, we got 121 pellets in the 20-inch circle right here, and then in the 30-inch circle, we got 214 pellets. So 30-inch circle at 30 yards, we got 249. At 40 yards, we dropped all the way to 214, but still, that's still 200 pellets in a 40-inch circle. That is, or sorry, a 30-inch circle. That is plenty enough to kill any bird. I just wish that gap right there wasn't there. But other than that, though, really good patterns. Definitely go check out these Chase Waterfowl targets. They make it super, super easy to pattern your shells and your choke. You get to shoot at this cool duck right here, and they give you pre-drawn circles, and you can write all your stats up there on the corners, like the distance and the pellets and everything, and the shot type and everything. But yeah, definitely go check these out. There will be down there in the description as well. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed making it. These TealSteel definitely patterned really good out of the Muller Choke. I just wish they would have patterned a little bit better at 40, but 30 yards and within, I would shoot these things all day long. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely go check out these Muller Chokes and these shells. There will be links in the description for those. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to be patterning, I believe, some number 2 steel with the decoy choke in the next video, because I've had a lot of you guys ask me for that. So definitely stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you can see me pattern some goose loads. I think there'll be some federal goose loads too. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys on the next one.